Ooh. What do we got?
We're gonna grab lunch, and just like yesterday, we said we're gonna talk about self-discipline. Because one of the reasons why I want to talk about this and ask you this question is because I know you're doing 75 hard. And can you tell us a little bit what it is and then why are you doing that?
75 Hard is a fitness challenge that I learned about, I think, on the internets. It was talking about how you have to do 2 workouts, drink a lot of water, like almost 4,000 milliliters of water, take a selfie pic, do nonfiction reading, and follow a diet every day for 75 days in a row. And the point is to help yourself to learn how to be more self-disciplined.
Okay. And why do you think it's important to have self-discipline?
Well, I think that some parts of my life I'm okay at being consistent and having discipline, but I feel like there's a lot of places in my life where I'm very inconsistent, and I've been reading a lot recently about how consistency is the thing that separates okay performance and okay, people and results from greatness. Like if you are able to be consistent in whatever thing that you're supposed to be doing, that's really what separates the average person from the extraordinary person.
I think one of the reasons for me, like why do we need it, is one of the fruits of the spirit, like self-control, self-discipline. I don't know if it's like necessarily like that, but I think it's really good to challenge yourself and to live out a different standard, a better one. So how do you think that we can have more, or how to cultivate this habit to have self-discipline to you?
Well, the first thing is to find a good lunch to eat. What are you going to have for lunch today?
I don't know. To eat on time. That's one thing.
I think one of the things that I'm reflecting on a lot recently is just focus and keeping what's most important in front of me all the time. So that means that I probably need to cut out some other things that aren't necessary to accomplishing that goal. So I would say one thing that's important is focus.
Okay.
Maybe saying no to some things, or just limiting yourself.
I think for me, when I'm thinking about this, I don't know if it makes sense, but when I'm thinking about this, I'm like, oh yeah, I think it's to know the standards. Because when you're trying to do something, you're probably still like trying to figure it out, and then like for example, like workout, you don't really know how will it be like, and a lot of times that when you're trying to do new thing or do a thing, you are like you're like, oh, I need motivation, I need something that so I can keep on doing. But I feel like it's really important to know like what is the standard and to understand it and follow it. Because don't trust or just follow your feelings, or because they will lie to you. And sometimes I feel like if you know the standard and then you tell yourself like, I'm gonna keep doing that the consistency is really important to have. And by the way, there's a really new donut shop I have never tried and have lines.
This is the line for it. Isn't that insane? It goes way back behind us, way further. It's crazy.
But I think that's one of the things to have and then to try, because I think if a lot of time that people are more focused on like YOLO, you only live once, so do whatever makes you feel happy, do whatever makes you feel good. But I think having self-discipline is one thing that you challenge yourself and then to be a better person, not just like, I enjoy the life, but I think while we are challenging ourselves, while we are doing these things, that kind of like fasting, help us to focus on God, help us on focus on the things or help us to be the person that we wanted to be.
And that probably, maybe you were saying this as well, but it kind of reminds me of the idea of knowing your why and having a vision. So when you have that vision clear, when you have that focus on that specific vision, then you can remain consistent. You can have self-discipline because you're able to live not just for what's easy and in front of you in the moment, but for something further away that's more meaningful. And probably the hardest part for me so far in the 75 Hard has been the eating part. I love food, so it's ironic that we're going to get lunch. But I just love food. I love overeating. I eat when I'm happy. I eat when I'm sad. It's everywhere, And I love eating sweets.
Yeah.
So I think 75 hard has just been a lot of like limiting myself and saying no to those things. And for me, it's thinking about the greater end result is that I'll be healthier and I'll be able to, one thing I keep putting in front of myself, play with my grandkids someday. My oldest kid is only 12, but to think about he's going to grow up and have kids, and can I still be around and alive and well enough to be able to actually play with those kids? It means I might have to say no to another candy bar today. That's tough.
So set your goal, know the standards, and don't give up. That's what I heard. And I think to encourage you guys. I think I know what I'm gonna eat.
Okay, should we show them?
I'm thinking about sukiya.
Really?
We haven't had that for a while. But that's
No.
also crazy. We can try that.
I think I want to try this lunchbox here.
This one? Yeah.
Sukiya is good, but I got to get it going. This place is good.
Yeah.
The fried rice and everything.
Yes.
Let's go. Yes.